يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا الربا أضعافا مضاعفة واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون. واتقوا النار التي أعدت للكافرين وأطيعوا الله والرسول لعلكم ترحمون. وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ والعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. صدق الله العظيم.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now be presenting the GIFA montage, a visual journey of the 15 remarkable years of the Global Islamic Finance Awards. would like to extend our thanks to all the media personnel who are here today. And also, I would like to request the media personnel on the right-hand side to please take their seats at the back. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. Today, we welcome you here in Kuala Lumpur for the Global Islamic Finance Awards and Summit 2025. We come here today to not only celebrate the excellence, innovation, and leadership in Islamic finance, but also to honor those behind its success. To formally welcome you all to this event, I would like to invite Dr. Humayun Dar, Chairman of Cambridge IFA, to please come on stage to deliver his welcome address. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dar.
والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأهله وصحبه أجمعين. His Excellency Datuk Seri Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Her Excellency Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, spouse of the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia. His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Wahid Hassan, former President of Maldives. Also, Datuk Seri Setia Dr. Haji Muhammad Naeem bin Muhammad Mukhtar, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Religious Affairs. His Excellency Sheikh Ibrahim bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions. Distinguished guests, ambassadors, esteemed colleagues, respected leaders, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you this morning in the vibrant city of Kuala Lumpur at the crossroads of tradition and innovation, as we gather for the Global Islamic Finance Awards and Summit 2025. Today, we celebrate excellence, leadership, and visionary progress in the ever-evolving world of Islamic finance. This event has, over the years, become a beacon, uniting luminaries, innovators, scholars, and practitioners from every corner of the globe under one roof to advance the shared mission of developing Islamic finance as a force for good, a source of ethical leadership, and a tool for sustainable prosperity. This event has, over the years, gone to different countries, from Muscat, Oman in 2011 to last year, Maldives. We started this movement in 2011. During the last 15 years, we have celebrated success of Islamic financial institutions and key personalities that have contributed to the global success of Islamic banking and finance. In the course of the last 15 years, Global Islamic Finance Awards have emerged as the second organization, second only to the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, to honor the highest number of the heads of state and government for their leadership in making the world a better place. While Nobel Peace Prize Committee has honored 29 heads of government and state in the last almost 100 years, GIFA has honored 14 heads of state and government in the last 15 years. This includes His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, who combines GIFA and the Nobel Peace Prize. As we convene here, let us remember that Islamic finance, with its fundamental principle of justice, equity, and shared prosperity, offers not only stability to our economies, but also hope to millions seeking a better future. The values we uphold are more than financial imperatives. They are moral compasses pointing us towards inclusive, sustainable growth. It is with immense pride, therefore, that we gather this morning to honor an individual whose life and work have embodied these ideals in unprecedented ways. It is my distinct privilege to announce that the recipient of the Global Islamic Finance Leadership Award 2025 is none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's career stands as a testament to steadfast dedication, resilience, and visionary leadership. His tireless commitment to justice, socio-economic development, and the empowerment of communities resonates deeply with the foundational ethos of Islamic finance. Under his stewardship, Malaysia has not only retained its stature as a global leader in Islamic finance, but has also championed innovation, inclusivity, and the integration of ethical values into financial systems. Throughout his public service, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's focus on education, sustainable development, and equitable economic access has inspired policies that have transformed lives, not only within Malaysia, but across the wider Islamic world and beyond. His unwavering advocacy of principled governance, transparency, and social justice has been a beacon for leaders and policymakers around the globe. Today, we celebrate not only his achievements, but also his vision for a future where Islamic finance continues to be a catalyst for positive change. A future in which finance serves humanity, bridges divides, and forges partnerships for the betterment of all. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, your leadership has shown us the heights Islamic finance can reach when guided by principle, compassion, and courage. On behalf of the Global Islamic Finance Awards Committee and the entire international Islamic finance community, it is my great honor to present you with the Global Islamic Finance Leadership Award 2025. May your work continue to inspire us. May your leadership serve as a guiding star for generations to come. To all our distinguished guests and partners, thank you for your unwavering support, your innovation, and your commitment to the noble cause of advancing Islamic finance and ethical leadership worldwide. Let us move forward toward a better, brighter, more inclusive, and more just financial future. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Dar. May I please request you to remain on the stage? And may I please request His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Wahid Hassan, former President of Maldives and GIFA Laureate 2024, to please join Dr. Dar on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to present one of our most prestigious awards, the Global Islamic Finance Leadership Award 2025. This year, the honor goes to Malaysia, a nation that has been at the forefront of Islamic banking and finance for decades, pioneering innovation, inclusivity, and global leadership. with his Prime Minister, the Honorable Datuk Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, at the lead, a global statesman and a true advocate of inclusive and ethical finance. May I kindly invite the Honorable Datuk Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim on stage to please receive this award. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please rise and give a huge round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming GIFA Laureate 2025, Honorable Datuk Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, to please deliver his acceptance speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil karim wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Saudara Profesor Dr. Humayun Dar, mantan Presiden Maldives, Dr. Wahid, Dr. Naim, dan rakan-rakan yang saya muliakan, syukur Alhamdulillah kita dapat bersama-sama untuk meraihkan penggerak, pengasas dan gerakan-gerakan yang menjayakan institusi keuangan negara dan yang menggesa dan melakar satu kerangka perbankan dan keuangan Islam yang bertapak segar, dan saya percaya penghargaan ini kepada mereka semua. Dan saya hanya satu wakil kecil untuk menerima bagi pihak semua penggerak yang telah berjasa berkhidmat jauh lebih handal, jauh lebih bermakna dari apa yang mampu saya lakukan. Tetapi bersama ini juga satu cabaran, yaitu bagaimana mampu kita angkat keupayaan sistem keuangan Islam ini menurut kerangka maqasid syariah yang disebut tadi, soal keadilan, soal pemerataan, yang bukan saja memilih untuk menjadi suatu alternatif sampingan, tetapi memberikan satu harapan baru dengan kekuatan dan instrumen yang lebih lengkap dan komprehensif. So, to my own and colleagues, may I express again my profound gratitude to the Global Islamic Finance Leadership Committee for the award. And I've said, which I alluded to earlier, it is meant for those who played a very significant role from the beginning, the activists, the thinkers, the academicians, the visionaries, and the players. I am just accepting on their behalf, because compared to their commitment, their sacrifice, and their full dedication, my role is just to further encourage. But this journey, as I've said, has always been collective. Our regulators combined prudence with foresight to build a resilient framework. Our financial institutions embrace innovation to provide Sharia-compliant solutions at scale. Our universities nurtured world-class scholars and thinkers whose ideas continue to inspire Islamic finance community. And again, people like you, our international partners, have walked alongside us, at times giving us the encouragement, the support, proving that Islamic finance is strongest when it builds on collaboration and mutual respect. But this sort of a award to those who have served with dedication and commitment is meant to encourage them further, to ensure that they excel in this practice. As you've seen, some of the pioneers like Najatullah Siddiqui, towards the end of his life, did caution us against the culture of complacency, to look at Islamic finance and banking merely as a Sharia compliant in the sense becoming riba free, nokta or full stop. Of course, now things have changed. It's been transformed into looking at the financial institutions as part of the economic framework of the Maqasid, which covers issues you have referred to as compassion, participation, social justice. Because without those ingredients, then this venture or instrument is merely seen as an effort at the fringe, not to offer a viable alternative to what economics and banking and financial institutions is all about. So the ethos of Islamic finance is certainly universal, because it is rooted, as I have said, the principles or the core fundamentals of Maqasid Sharia, which covers essentially the principles of fairness, risk sharing, and rejection of exploitation, which, of course, provide timeless guidance. Now, we cannot therefore claim that this has been achieved, but the process has been encouraging in the sense that more players, thinkers, bankers, and central bank, I'm sure, Bank Negara here included, are promoting a more serious research in this field to venture into Islamic finance in a broader framework, to give that impetus and confidence to deal with issues facing the Muslim world: inequality, poverty, marginalization, which is more problematic and serious in the Muslim world as compared to the other regions in the world. So, as the world undergoes rapid changes, Islamic finance, therefore, must not only adapt, introduce instruments that have been used in New York or London, but to lead. Green Sukuk can fund sustainable infrastructure. Digital platform can widen financial inclusion. Social finance instruments such as zakat, waqaf can be scaled up to uplift communities. Therefore, may I reiterate that the true measure of success will never be the size of assets alone, but the lives transformed and the future secured. So we look forward to invest in talent development, regulatory excellence, and innovation. Inshallah, we'll continue to strengthen the role of Islamic finance in meeting the Sustainable Development Goals, and we will nurture the next generation of ethical generation, meaning a generation that leaders and players that believe in values, in ethical principles, who will carry the mission in the future. You know, the world, in simpler layman's term, is in a mess. We are facing I was discussing this morning, not only tumultuous, but in ways, exasperation, things happening, bombings, in the last few days, one country, such a display of madness and arrogance can cause mischief and disasters and atrocities across a region. Of course, the worst affected the Gaza, the latest Qatar, and the world, including the Muslim world, seemed helpless to deal with it. And therefore, whilst taking a strong position, a principled stance against the Israeli Zionist aggression, colonization, and display of utter arrogance and ignoring international law and order, we have therefore to ensure that we keep our house in order, do what is best, and promote ethical standards, rid our societies of endemic corruption and gross injustice and inequality, and propel our economy, including the viable and alternative Islamic economics. So may I again conclude, Dr. Mayun, by thanking you on behalf of all those players, the bankers and players and the public, Muslims and non-Muslims alike. I remember in 1983 when you introduced this, there was a lot of concern expressed by many Muslims, particularly the elites, Western trained, with Western mindset, who thinks they were going back to the age of the camel, and many non-Muslims. But I take great satisfaction that here in Malaysia, the participation of Muslims and non-Muslims alike has been very encouraging. And that shows that we can offer a viable alternative, a more just, inclusive, sustainable alternative through a more vibrant, a more relevant, a more ethical Islamic instruments in terms of banking and finance. So together, let us ensure it remains a beacon of justice, dignity, and hope for all humanity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our efforts, guide our decisions, unite us in building a more ethical and equitable and more so sustainable world. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, we now announce the departure of the Honorable Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly please remain on your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly please remain on your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly please take your seats. We are starting in 5 minutes.